All right. So,
Yeah.
somehow we got into this thing where we just talk about a show now.
Yes.
I don't know where it came from. We just started talking about the shows that we watched in depth.
I think it was just basically I watched Moon Knight.
Yeah, and then we just
And I think it was actually I was like I watched Obi-Wan and you were like, "What?" So I think that's where it came from, really.
We watched Moon Knight and talked about that, and then Obi-Wan as well.
Yeah.
Came up,
it's just
and
sort
now
of
we
like
just
a
talk
thing.
about things.
It's just, I mean, it's just I was not watching any TV shows really, and it was like, okay, well, it's enjoyable to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So let's continue it on. We finished Moon Knight, Obi-Wan, Miss Marvel. I think those are the 3 we've done.
And somewhat
some of the boys, yes.
Somewhat the boys. We didn't really talk about the boys in depth, just our general feelings about how things happened.
It's good, but every season's the same.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, for sure.
I enjoy it, but every season is like, we're going to destroy Homelander. Oh, but we got to let him go.
Yeah.
We can't do it this season. Maybe next season. Yeah.
We're still making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So this next show, because we ran out of shows, we were waiting for She-Hulk and Andor to come out.
Yeah.
Was recommended to us by
The Tank.
Yeah. And it is called Lupin.
And this is a French show on Netflix.
Yes.
It's 3 seasons, I think.
2 so far. There's a
third one coming. And it's basically Lupin is the gentleman burglar.
Yes.
Which I guess is probably the inspiration of the anime, Lupin the Third.
Yeah, could be.
Because he's the gentleman.
He is a gentleman burglar.
I guess he's a gentleman thief.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Kind of.
But basically, the show starts off Lupin. Well, his name's Arsene.
Arsene, yeah.
Something like that. It seems like he's down on his luck. He's having trouble paying child support for his kid with his ex. I don't know if they were married or whatever. But he's sort of just working as a janitor. He has a job, and he's trying to make ends meet.
And he goes sees some people he
owes money to, and he's like, "Look, don't kill me. I got a plan. I got a job. We can do this. Make a lot of money.
We got a thieving job.
We can steal Marie Antoinette's necklace."
Yes,
and it's like, I mean, okay, so I enjoyed the show, but a lot of the things that these people do in the show are pretty dumb.
Yeah,
they're pretty stupid. I mean, I get it's like they got to get the story from point A to point B, so they need to do things to get it going. But like, maybe it's just like, I guess criminals are stupid is what they're doing. But this guy that has, from all appearances, is like a mope. Is like, no, I got a job as a janitor. We can steal this necklace. Let's do it. This is the plan. And they're like, okay, let's do it, right? We've been recruited, and basically the plan is, and again, the security at this place makes no sense. He's working at the Louvre. Everything that when janitors come in and come out, everything is scanned. They do x-rays on bags, except the garbage. The garbage does a manual check. Like, they wouldn't x-ray it as well, but whatever. So that's the plan, is the necklace will get taken out in the trash.
Yeah.
So he needs help to do it, right? So the plan is Lupin gets in. No, the plan is these guys are going to pretend to be janitors, his 3 idiots that he recruited.
Yeah, Curly, Larry, and Moe.
Yeah, he's got the ID. They just need to scan it, go in, pretend to be janitors, steal guards' uniforms, so like knock out some guards, get their uniforms, and then they'll pretend to be guards, and the one other guy will go disable the cameras.
Yeah, because the guy who's on cameras is a bit of a
stoner, and a slacker or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, just the security of the Louvre obviously is not like this in real life.
Probably not. Because
there's no, like, check of an ID. It's like you scan the ID. Oh, it says you're an Asian man, but you're clearly not. So they just scan and go in.
Yeah.
They beat up the guards. The one guy is like, he's like huge, but he squeezes into this guard's suit somehow.
He's a big guard.
The guard was big, but I don't know.
They managed to get the perfect big guard, little guard for the big guy, big thief, little thief guy.
Exactly. And the idea is that while they're doing this, Arsene, he's gonna be pretending to buy the necklace.
Yeah,
that's how he's gonna do it, right?
Yeah.
They never really tell us what the plan is, how it's going to work. It's just how these guys are going to do their part.
Yeah.
So he like sets up a fake Wikipedia page with his face on it and says he's worth 600 million euros and whatever. So they're selling this necklace through auction. He's bid it up to like 60 million pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
And he wins. There's a whole sub story about how his dad was falsely accused of stealing this necklace when he was young.
Yeah, the father worked for the people who owned the necklace beforehand.
Or they still own it.
Yeah, they still own it now because
Yeah.
it came back to them.
Yeah.
And so his father was a chauffeur, butler, whatever for this family. And they accuse him of stealing the necklace because he
happened to be dusting in the office the day it was
and looking at the books, and suddenly one of the books was gone because the wife gave it to him.
So that clearly means he stole the necklace.
Yeah, and Arsene and the daughter of them have a history.
Yeah, they knew each other when they were kids.
Yeah,
but they also show Arsene goes to prison to see his dad, but his dad looks like he committed suicide, but also looks like he was murdered, because while Arsene is waiting for his dad, there's some guy like looking at him from the criminal side, like kind of ominously.
Yeah.
So it's like his dad might have been murdered by this guy or whatever. Did. So anyways, that's the backstory of what is going on with the history that he has with this necklace.
Yeah.
So then he wins the auction. The daughter that he has a history with is at the auction house. So she's like trying to see like, who's this big spender that's trying to buy the necklace, and she's like peeking through the crowd, and he's like ducking down or looking away so she can't see him.
Voting card up among his face a little bit, trying to get out of there.
So he wins. Everyone's congratulating. He goes to the back room with the security and whatever, and the two mopes that he recruited to rob the place are the security. They just happen to be the security guards that get to guard this treasure.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I paid for it. Can I at least see the thing? Like, they're like, as soon as the wire transfer comes through, it's yours, right? So they're like, okay, fine. They open the safe. They pull it out, and
he goes to grab it off the thing
and
to look at it.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, no.
You got,
use the gloves.
Use the gloves. You don't want to touch it, even though he supposedly owns it. But
yeah.
So he gets the necklace out, and he just like snatches it off the stand too. Like when he grabbed it, it wasn't like delicate. He just was like,
oh yeah, he snatched it for sure.
And at this point, the two guys he recruited they've already said they're going to double cross him. So this is the double cross time. So when he grabs the necklace, they attack him, knock him over the table, and he falls, off, and the necklace goes skittering along the floor or whatever. They're fighting, and Arsene, I can't even say it. Arsene is like, okay, like,
what are you doing? Stop! Get out of here!
Yeah, let up here, and they like duck. They zap
because they're just like
him.
full on beating him.
Yeah, they zap strap him and they leave. They grab the necklace. They run out. The other mope that took out the cameras was like supposed to get a fast car, but nothing too flashy.
Yeah, low profile.
So he's got like a Lotus Esprit or something out there. I don't even know what he has.
Two-door.
Yeah.
Two-door.
So they cram in, and he's like trying to drive away from the cops. He loses control. Car goes careening over, smashes through the Louvre roof or whatever. So they're all getting arrested. The cops are, questioning them. And, he's like, the like auctioneer guy's like, why are you hassling him? He was just assaulted. Like, he's not part of this. And the cops are like, I'm just doing my job, whatever. So then they leave. The other guys get arrested. And then it's kind of like
2-week flashback.
Well, there's a flashback, but there's also the call that goes to the like detective about how, we're going to check this necklace out and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But then there's a flashback showing about how this all set up where
Arsene wakes up in his silk sheets.
Yeah, he's like not a mope.
He's not a mope at all.
He's like rich, but just pretending to be poor, I guess. And like, so this part was like, okay, he's the gentleman thief. He's established, but like unless his wife and son know this about him, he's a total, like, the worst dad in the world.
Totally the worst dad.
Like, he's, like, loaded, nice apartment overlooking the city, like, rich mahogany shelves and leather-bound books. And, you know, he's got his, computer with monitors and his whole, like, $10,000 suits and everything. And he's
and
like...
his face chair.
Yeah. Like, just, like, his luxurious apartment.
I mean, he still pays his alimony on time, I guess.
Well, yeah, but, like, I mean...
Doesn't get to see his son that often,
yeah.
but, I mean, he's a gentleman thief. He's got to be out there working the carpets.
Basically, he wakes up and he's watching the news, and it's like, oh, the Marie Antoinette necklace has been found. And he's like, that's the necklace that got my dad murdered. So he's like, I'm going to teach these guys a lesson. So that's what it is he sets up this robbery in 2 weeks to rob the Louvre of this necklace by using his gentlemanly robber abilities.
Yeah.
So it shows him going to get a job at the Louvre, and they're like, we're not hiring. And he's like, oh, you're from Senegal too? Me too. I lived in this town. Oh yeah, I knew Dimitri in Senegal. Like, you should totally give me a job. With no background check.
No background check. He's like, yep, there you go.
And then it's like he goes to his jeweler and gets a fake copy of the Marie Antoinette necklace made in a week's time.
Yeah, and the jeweler's like, hey, I could have done better with more than a week's notice.
Yeah, exactly. And then it shows him like just pretending to need money from these guys that so he can recruit them. Like, he just knew these guys wouldn't be able to resist that the temptation to double cross him. Like, his whole plan was involving they got to double cross me to get this necklace out of the Louvre, because when they attacked him, he did his sleight of hand and put the real necklace in the garbage can. And then threw the fake one, so they grab that one, right? And then after he gets attacked, he goes back to his job as the janitor, puts on his janitor gear, takes the necklace bag in the trash, fills it with shitty diapers.
Yeah, goes straight into the family washroom.
Yeah.
Fills it up with shitty diapers.
And then, like, they take that to the, like, security checkpoint because they manually look at the garbage. I mean... Some of the stuff, anyways, whatever.
I would imagine the garbage is full of stuff, and so scanning it would.
But you would
there's so much stuff in there.
You would still scan it anyways, because most of it's going to be paper waste or whatever. So you'd be like, oh, there's like, or at least a metal detector or something.
Yeah, maybe the poop like blocks all of the signals.
I don't know. Anyway, so they open the bag. He's like, oh, this old shitty bag, and he's like, yeah, who comes to the Louvre to like change their kids' diapers? So. He takes the garbage, pulls out the necklace, and is just like, whatever, throws it in his pocket. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he actually doesn't even throw it in the pocket. He carries the necklace.
Oh, yeah, he's not even hides it.
Thing.
He's just like,
he's just standing there, like, in the sunset, necklace in hand, just like,
I got
in
it.
His pocket, just rolls out.
Exactly. So then it's talking about how and his dad gave him the Lupin book when he was a kid, and that's what inspired him to become the gentleman thief, and how he's the gentleman thief and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like loaded up basically.
Oh, yeah. And end of the episode, he gets to go see his son because he hasn't been able to in the last couple times, and they go out and he gives him the book for his birthday. Gives him the book. How
about give him like £1 million too, or whatever, or francs? I guess they're francs in France. I don't know. Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it, but it was also very much like sort of. He just had to rely on these guys double crossing him and screwing up and all that stuff. I mean, I guess if they got away with the necklace, that works fine for him too. Yeah. But since they crashed into the Louvre, it also worked fine because they got arrested. In fact, that probably made his plan a little less good because they're immediately looking for the real necklace because they know the one they got is fake.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like he can just edit a Wikipedia page. And they're like, oh, yes,
that's him right there.
That's him right there. Of course.
Yeah.
No one can just edit their own Wikipedia page. So it was interesting. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think there's how many? 6 episodes or something?
I think so.
Yeah. So it's a nice, easy one to make your way through anyways.
Yeah.
It's definitely different like type of show than we usually do. I mean, we've only done 3. They've all been like science fiction.
Yeah.
Basically. Comic book or whatever. So it's different to see a like action drama sort of show on here.
Yeah, so far big fan.
Yeah.
I love like heist shows like this.
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
Ocean's 11, 12,
Oh, yeah,
13.
yeah,
Love them
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Just love that kind of stuff.
I enjoyed it.
Now the big question is,
Yeah.
did you watch it in English or French?
I watched it in French.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, subtitles. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I was in my bed and like my TV doesn't have the best sound. Like I would have to probably turn it up to like 60 or 70 to hear it.
Yeah.
So I always have subtitles on anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So I just was like, I'll just listen to it in French and English subtitles and
That's
whatever.
the way.
Yeah, it was good.
Yep, I liked it.
So since you watch heist shows, do you watch that one that's like Spanish when they were robbing a bank? I don't know what it was called.
I don't think so.
It's a show where they were robbing a bank and there's a whole squad of them. I remember watching the first episode with my cousin and I was like, this show sucks. I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to look and see if you've seen it. But I remember I was just like, this show's so predictable.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what was going to happen with this one. I mean, I knew that he was the gentleman thief or whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't know exactly what that meant. So
Yeah, I didn't think
so
it was going to be like that.
hopefully going forward, his wife knows that he's like, or his ex-wife knows that he's like a
Got
robber
money.
like that, because yeah, like they're just living in, I mean, the apartment looked nice or whatever, but he's like, oh, sorry, I'm a little late on the, and obviously he's playing it up like he's not have much money, because his wife was like, it's your son's birthday, just buy him something nice for a change.
Yeah.
And then he puts the money into her pocket, you know, where she doesn't see. So
Yeah.
but they set it up that he's like a good sleight of hand guy
Yes.
at that point.
Yeah,
So
definitely did.
it's a good one so far.
Yep, I really like it.
6 easy episodes. Be able to
Easy.
pound it out.
For sure.
It's on Netflix. Watch along.
Yes. Do watch along.
Yep.
It's good.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
You know what else is good?
What?
Patreon.com/StreamBoyPod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can get in there. You can throw some money at the screen. You can help us out with this podcast for as little as $1 a month.
Do it.
Canadian. It's even less
Oh,
in
it's
American.
even less.
Even less if you're an American.
That's crazy. You should totally do it.
You should totally do it. You gain access to all of the bonus content. There's at least an hour of bonus content every episode that you don't get to listen to. There's at least half an hour. Well, I guess this episode's only going to be 15 minutes
Yeah.
of bonus content that nobody gets to listen to.
Yep.
And it's mostly just us eating. It's fantastic. It's
True.
scintillating. Scintillating?
Scintillating.
Scintillating content for your ear holes. You also get access to this podcast early on
Yes.
Sunday night, unless I forget to edit it on Sunday.
That's
And
okay.
I did last time for sure.
That's all right.
For sure.
It was out by Monday.
Yeah.
That's still early.
Yeah, it's still early.
Eh.
It's still early.
No one can complain.
No.
Yeah.
You could be listening to this on your way to work on Monday morning.
That's true.
It's true.
I've been listening to the old episodes, so now it's kind of like, it's not even like I'm listening to myself.
Yeah, you're so...
It's just like I'm listening to a podcast.
Yeah,
basically.
you're so ear deaf to yourself
Well,
now.
that and also it's kind of like it's like an audio diary,
Yeah.
because I'll be like, oh yeah, I was sick. I don't remember that. Just like all sorts of stuff like that. So it's interesting to listen to.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So you should, I guess, join the Patreon.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
definitely
trying to
join
say.
the Patreon. Just do it.
Yep.
Just get in there. Listen to all the stuff that we talk about.